Hey there folks, welcome along to another episode from Adventures in Internet Marketing. James Gladwell here, and I want to share something with you right now which is to do with a new trend that's coming up in the world of Facebook. Now this is actually a trend that I've noticed has been coming for a while, not just to Facebook but has seemed to be coming to the internet in general, certainly to lots of the social media sites but also to more websites generally, and I'll talk a bit more about what I mean by that in just a second. But right here what you can do is you can go to a page on Facebook and it will show you this brand new feature. You simply go to facebook.com/about/newsfeed, and this is something which I would really like to get your feedback on. I'd love to know what you think of this new design. Personally, I like it. I think it's very clean, and if you look at the page itself, what you'll see is a new kind of snapshot of what it will actually look like when it's rolled out on Facebook. And if you look down the left hand side, first of all, you'll notice that it's a very clean design. Just very quickly to compare it to the old newsfeed, if you look at the old version of the newsfeed, it looks quite cluttered, it looks quite busy, and actually that's something that Facebook has taken on board, and they've decided to make things a lot cleaner in the way they've designed things. So there's a lot less text for a start, and a lot more images, and so as a result, you get a much more visual version of what your friends are up to, and also you can display your own information more visually as well, whether you're a business or whether you're just an individual profile. So down the left hand side, first of all, where there was previously a menu with lots of options, there's now a much cleaner version of that menu which just consists of buttons, like app buttons, the sorts of things that you would get on your iPhone or your iPad or on your Android phone if you have one of those, and that as a result means it's a much smaller area that's taken up by that menu, which can only be a good thing. Now in the middle of the screen, like I say, it becomes a much more visual experience, and you'll see that the photos have become much larger, and also the updates from events and other things that your friends are doing are also much bigger, so you can get a much clearer idea of what's going on. And then on the right hand side there's a menu. And the menu is cool in my opinion because what they've done is they've taken the newsfeed idea where you can just display the most recent updates from your friends or all of your friends, and as well as that they can now add the fact that you can now change what is displayed on that middle part of the screen to just being photos or just being music, and also to just be the people that you're following, so people who are like brands or celebrities, that sort of thing. You can just see the information from them and not your friends at all, or vice versa, and you can also see the games that your friends are playing, the groups that they're a part of, and all of this is really interesting because it does make me wonder about those particular industries. Will it change the way in which, for example, the world of music markets itself? The music industry has been changing a huge amount over the past sort of 5 or 10 years in the way of downloads and the way that affected the market and all that sort of thing. So will this be another big shift? Will this change the way in which people like, for example, the rapper 50 Cent, will he change the way in which he markets on Facebook now, or rather his team markets on Facebook? The same is true of the photography industry and also the gaming industry as well. Will this change that industry in particular because of the way the information is being displayed on Facebook? Just bearing in mind how many people are on Facebook, it's something ludicrous like 800 or 900 million people. So it's a huge phenomenon, and consequently something which has a massive impact on the world in general, particularly when it comes to those who are using social media, which is a great deal of us. Now one thing that's also interesting here as well is they've now unified the look between the mobile version and the desktop version of Facebook, so you get very much the same experience whether you're on one or the other. And what this kind of has made me think of, and again this might remind you of the same thing, I was looking at Tumblr and also looking at Twitter, and it seems like what they've done on Facebook is they've taken all the good elements from those sites and put them into Facebook. So for example, Tumblr is very simple, really. When you scroll down, in fact in my opinion it's kind of a bit too simple. It's just literally all of the stuff that's been posted by the people that you're following and that you're friends with on Tumblr. And with Twitter, what they've done is they've got this kind of following element now on Facebook, which reminds me very much of Twitter. And Twitter did that thing a little while ago of becoming a bit more visual as well, having a sort of timeline type image at the top of your profile, for example, and all of those sorts of things seem to be the way forward. It seems that the visual stuff is very much the way forward with social media. So all of this is very interesting, particularly for those specific industries that I mentioned, photography, music and gaming. Now what you can do on this page, if you scroll to the very bottom, you'll see two things. One is a video. So the video itself is a quick explanation of the actual redesign by the people who did it. So some of the developers that are working on it are actually talking in that video, and they're very interesting, very insightful, and quite eloquent in the way they're talking about it. So I'd suggest you check that out. It's only a very short video. And then at the very bottom it says here, give it a try, and then you can actually join the list to be one of the first people to get access to this. And I've done that already, as you can see. It says that I'm on the list, which is cool. So I will get access to this before most people do on Facebook, and you can do the same thing and have exactly the same opportunity. Just go to facebook.com/about/newsfeed, and that will give you access to the new version of the newsfeed, so you can test it and try it out yourself, and let Facebook know what you think of it. But first of all, in the comments section below this video, let me know what you think of it right now. When you get a first look at it, what's the immediate impression that you get? Is it more simple? Is it too simple? Is it going to cause you an issue with your business? Is it going to require you to do a redesign or a rethink in the way you actually market on Facebook? Any of those sorts of things I'd really love to hear about. So leave your comments in the comments section below this video, and I will look forward to hearing from you, and also look forward to producing more content for you over the next few days and weeks, not just on Facebook but on the world of marketing in general. But I think this could be quite a big shift. So again, as I say, let me know what you think in the comments section. Also, make sure you subscribe as well, because I'll be showing a lot more stuff over the coming days, weeks, months, and even years. You lucky people. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and obviously I'll be in touch with more great content for you very soon.